The concept of risk in the modern world is often misunderstood, perceived as some kind of dangerous gamble or a game of dice where the outcome depends solely on blind luck. However, if we look at the history of any large-scale success, we will see that risk is not the opposite of stability, but the only possible driver of progress. My own path has always been built on the understanding that great things are not born in comfort. When I decided to leave a stable career at a Wall Street investment firm to start selling books online from my garage, many thought it was crazy. I had a great job, a predictable future, and a comfortable life. But I used a mental model of regret minimization. I imagined myself as an 80-year-old looking back on my life and realized that at 80, I wouldn't remember losing my annual bonus or my stable position at the office. I would deeply regret not having taken a chance on something huge called the internet, something I truly believed in. Once I realized this, the solution became clear. Risk stopped being a scary factor and became a tool. True success almost always equates to risk because innovation, by definition, requires dealing with uncertainty. If you know in advance that your idea will work, it's not an experiment or a breakthrough. It's simply executing current tasks. To achieve extraordinary results, you need to be prepared to be wrong. At Amazon, we made countless mistakes that cost us hundreds of millions of dollars. We launched products that failed and invested in areas that closed within a year. But the secret is that one successful bet, one risk that worked, outweighs thousands of failures. Without the willingness to lose, we would never have created AWS or Prime. Many people and companies get stuck in day two because they start protecting what they already have instead of continuing to attack the future. They are afraid to take risks because they are afraid of looking foolish or losing their current assets. But in a dynamic world, taking no risk is the greatest risk of all because it's a guaranteed path to degradation and oblivion. Risk is almost a success, also because it's a filter. Most people give up at the first sign of uncertainty, and it's precisely there, beyond the comfort zone, that competition sharply diminishes. When you take a bold step, you've already left behind the 99% of those who are afraid to even try. Success requires long-term thinking and a willingness to be misunderstood for a long time. If you're doing something new, prepare yourself for criticism. If you're taking a risk, prepare yourself for difficulties. But remember, risk isn't just the possibility of loss. It's an investment in your learning and your future capital. Trust my words and go to success. Thanks for watching.